The van jostles and teeters as it careens down the dirt road before the turnoff to Wilma Bend. All this bumping and speeding is making my head hurt something fierce all of a sudden. Leo, slow down! Red Wolf keeps looking over his shoulder as he drives, as if afraid he'll see Clint sprinting behind us, just speeding up right behind the car.
Just running. It's just like some crazy was it like a 19 oh yeah, actually it would be like a 1915 kind of video where they just have like the guys just doing like an anime style like a Naruto run and just
Mhm.
speeding up on the vans. It's like dead set staring at Leo to the to the passenger side or side view mirror. Just dun, 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 dun. And Leo's like, oh shit, oh no. I saw one that was for Breaking Bad. It was basically spoilers, or I'll try not to spoil. There's a certain scene where Gus is facing off with someone, and he screams, and in this video he takes off like a rocket, and it has the music for Sans fight in Undertale play,
Mhm.
and then Gus just kind of basically turns into a missile. He starts flying towards Walter's house. It's that scene where Walter's by his pool. And he jumps up out of his seat. He's like, "Oh my gosh, what is that?" And it just shows Gus just zooms in on his face. It's like staring straight at Walt, and
Mhm.
then Gus finally like comes into the scene, and you hear Walter scream, and then there's an explosion as as Gus just comes in like a missile. That
Sounds good.
was fun. Okay, run up here. Your place? Yeah, it's closest. I can't believe we left just behind. I told you. We bolted out the back door first chance he got. I didn't know City Hall had a back door.
There's a silence for a moment. I say nothing.
I've never seen him get like that before. Who? Lance or Chase? Shut up, Flynn. Fuck you.
I feel a pinch on the back of my neck, Jenna having grasped me hard. Enough! I'm serious! I reel forward, managing to wriggle free.
Okay.
Leo just snarls like a feral tit-dirt he is. Despite all his raging earlier against the machine, Leo actually looks a bit conflicted. Leo pulls up and
Despite
Leo
all my
pulls up.
rage.
I'm just a Leo in a cage. Leo pulls up into the driveway, and as the van stops, he's already out, storming his way to the door.
I need to peace. It's locked.
Leo kicks open the door and has no problem. Leo turns
Dreams,
the
this
front
is
door.
Sparta. This is Sparta!
Leo turns the front door handle, and to my surprise, it opens up and steps right in.
Or not.
I step outside, stretching my limbs. There's not much room in Leo's mommy missile for someone like me. My mind is still buzzing, trying to comprehend everything that just happened. Chase, that fucker. To think I'd been fantasizing about him non-stop for the past goddamn week, like a horny 14-year-old. He sabotaged the whole thing, making me look like some sort of calculating sadistic rapist. And no one else noticed when his face changed. Every time. TJ and Jenna passed along beside me, looking both looking a mix of wary and exhausted. I wonder how much of his shit they believed. They're so gullible to bullshit coming from a whimpering face, after all. Carl follows suit, clutching his phone in his paws, but not looking at it. Maybe not all of them, though. I shut the car door and head in. I enter and the dry heat feels so good on my scales. Let out a big sigh, taking a moment to just not think for a while and ignore the stares in my direction. Flynn? The moment lasts less than 5 seconds before Jenna interrupts.
Yeah,
Do you have a landline? We're trying to dial the sheriff, but none of us can get any reception on our phones. It shows buzz every now and again, but then drops shortly after after they appear.
we look like I'm 40. Nobody has landlines these days. So, since Chase is pretty much gone, did you want to take one of the other guys? You have Jenna. Did you want to take Carl or Leo
I can
or
do
TJ?
TJ.
Want to do TJ? Okay, and I can continue
Yeah,
doing.
otherwise you'll just be doing literally all of them, and I'll just be doing voiceover. Except the voiceover is coming from,
I was coming from Flynn.
yeah, from Flynn. Anyway, go for it, Carl.
You kind of do. I mean, from the back.
I resist the urge to ask how instead. I resist the urge to ask how, instead letting out a quick huff of air.
Let me check mine.
I reach into my pocket. After taking out my phone, I notice the signal bars on the top right are fluctuating wildly, almost blinking. I try to call 911, but nothing goes through.
You know what? You could sound like
Sounds like
Mer-
Metal Gear.
you know, I was thinking you could sound like you try to go for Merrick from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
I don't remember Merrick from Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. It's been like almost 2 decades since we saw any of that.
Oh, come on, Yugi. Do you really think I care?
I think I'm
What's
just gonna do
what's
Solid Snake.
Solid Snake? Okay, that sounds good.
Blood is way more badass than he thinks all of a sudden. Of course, then Jenna's gonna turn out to be Bellis. So then she's just gonna beat the shit out of him on a daily basis.
I think she pretty much could beat his ass, honestly. Shit.
Not working for you either. I toss my phone on the kitchen island.
I'll just get my repeater. And now the very fact that he's like a hunter, he's got guns, it just makes it all the better.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. What
You're
Metal Gears. Metal Gear Flynn.
you're what? Flynn, seriously. Are you planning on turning this into some kind of Wild West shootout?
This is not the time for one of your urban ass anti gun lectures. This is my house.
Jenna starts up a rebuttal, but I'm already gone. Jenna starts up a rebuttal, but I'm already gone. I head down the hallway to the storage closet, opening it and reaching up to the top shelf. I don't have any small kids to worry about, so I always leave this one loaded, just in case. I hear some shuffling behind me. Looking over my shoulder, there's some movement going on in Daxton's room. Ordinarily, I'd give him and his private space a wide ass berth, so that he'll do the same, but under the circumstances.
Yo.
The salamander looks up at me from his bed. He's draped in a striped blanket, sitting upright and looking a little frazzled. Flynn? He looked sidelong, then back to me, then the rifle. The interview went that badly.
As a matter of fact, it did.
I'm gonna kill that fucker.
He didn't give my friend a job, so I'm going to give him a reason to do it. I'm going to give him a reason to reconsider. Don't tell
I implore
Mom.
you to reconsider.
I'm going to give you a. I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. Fucking terribly. Also, there's a meth head with a gun roaming around town, so I got this just in case. The others are here too. They're eating all your shit, probably.
Okay. As long as they don't touch my astronaut dried ice cream, it's okay.
God, you are a dork, and I like it. Too late. By now, Carl's eaten them all, plus the amen. You know how goats are. Ouch.
Speciest? Wait, seriously? The interview didn't go smooth like?
I wasn't fucking kidding when I said that.
Daxton frowns. I'll talk to my cousin. Maybe make up some excuse or something.
You look like shit.
What? He blinks, then rubs his hands over his smooth face. So better than having a smooth brain. Oh, yeah. Took a nap and had a real strange sort of vision dream. I've been having a lot of those lately. I noticed the pen and paper in his lap now, plus a notebook filled with rapid scribblings. I needed to write everything down, otherwise I'd forget. You know how they are. Where after 15 minutes, it's all gone, but a vague sense of familiarity, and the setting and time of day,
I don't dream.
especially of electric sheep. The salamander blinks. What? I look down the hall. I was joking earlier, but it looks like Carl is straight up digging through the pantry already. Daxton sighs when he realizes I'm not going to explain. Well, can I tell you about it?
I don't.
It'll just take a minute.
Dax. I'm distracted as dick right
You're distracted by Dick?
now. As.
As?
Are you fucking deaf?
Eh, yeah.
Return of the memes.
No, you're just confusing. Look, I was flying on this airship thing.
In in your dream.
No, in reality. Dumbass. Yeah, but it felt real. I don't feel like I slept at all. It's like I was there. So, not a dream.
Not a dream.
A vision, spirit quest, out of body experience, whatever the hell you want to call it. I lean my rifle against the doorway, crossing my arms over my chest. I could smell the metal of the cockpit, and I could feel the leather of the chair. I was flying over this giant body of water. I don't think it was an ocean, though. He stares at the tips of his webbed feet poking out from beneath the blankets, as if they would remind him of something. It made me kind of nervous, because I wasn't good at swimming. But I'm great at swimming. I'm a goddamn salamander, right?
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Something went wrong with the pulse drive, and I started losing altitude. Eventually, I hit the water and had to evacuate. Everything just sunk instantly. I didn't have time to grab any gear. It was just me in the middle of the water, no land in sight, and little chance of rescue. The salamander begins to wring his own wrists, his tone of voice serious despite the absurdity of all this shit. I know I all I knew was how all I knew how to do was doggy paddle. I remember being really scared and missing home. I tried slipping off of all my clothing to make myself more buoyant, but it didn't work. I kept looking under the water for some reason, like to see how deep it was. I couldn't see the bottom. It was so dark. The top of the water was warm, but even like 5 feet down, it was freezing. I kept trying to pull my legs up because I didn't like them being down in the cold, dark space. It was like I was afraid something was down there. Even though it hurt my eyes, I couldn't stop pushing my head to look under the water. I couldn't stop. I wouldn't stop pushing my head under to look, to be sure it was safe. He peers up at me now, a strange sort of expression on his face I can't really name. Just as it was getting dark, I glanced down into the depths and saw orange and black. It was you. I crossed my arms just a little tighter, my frown deepening. You were so far down. I could just barely make out your general shape and your eyes. They were hollow, empty, nothing. Even though I forgot most of the other details, that face stuck with me. I subconsciously rub at my own eyes. Still here. Still there. Still everywhere, as far as I can see. I was terrified, but there was nowhere I could swim. I was afraid if I started kicking, it would get the thing's attention. Despite everything, I'm just a rat in a cage. Despite everything, after a few minutes, I looked again. At first, it was just empty. And then, this huge head just emerged from the depths. No eyes, and no gaping mouth where a muzzle should be. The whole water got cold, and I woke up. Daxton needs the blankets, looking a mix of deeply uncomfortable and relieved to get this off his chest. Still, I stared at him blankly. I don't have a fucking clue how to react to this.
Sounds like something from a head shrink to unpack. Sounds like something for a head shrink to unpack. Because fuck knows, I'm not gonna try.
Daxton leans his head back against the wall. Well, thanks anyway.
Yep.
I look down the hall again and see Carl chewing on what looks like a dehydrated
Neapolitan.
Neapolitan bar.
Other me. Carl's eating your shitty ice cream that you like for real way.
What? Oh, god damn it. Carl? Carl?
Carl!
That
Was like
kills people.
the rams with llamas with hats.
The ram stops, his mouth full of the crumbly stuff.
What?
Daxton peels off his blanket, marching up to the kitchen in a huff. I sigh, shaking my head some as I pick up the rifle and plop myself by the window in the dining room. TJ looks most surprised at at the weapon in my grasp, the lynx actually stepping back. Jenna puts her phone down, and Carl stops his apologizing to Daxton. I like how Daxton is actually looking at Carl.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. Kind of disappointed too. You're eating
Yeah.
all of my food. What the hell is wrong with you?
It's not even the food I don't care about. You're eating the food I like.
Yes. That bastard.
How are you going to pay me back for that, Carl?
Mm-hmm.
At that moment, Leo steps out of the bathroom. He doesn't move. He just looks at the rifle, then me. Oh, what the hell. These idiots act like they've never seen a gun before.
For fuck's sake.
I bring the rifle up to my chest.
Y'all don't gotta worry. I just have this to shoot you all for treating me like shit all these years. I'm not joking.
I smirk, snickering some. No one else laughs. Even as I peer to Carl, he just looks down at his hooves.
Fucking joke. Joking. You guys are so stupid. Almost like the boss. She's not here, is she?
Dots. Dots.
Duh.
Way to go, Flynn. I turn, shifting focus to the outside. It's nearly nightfall now. Soon it'll be night rain. Dun 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 dun.
Dum 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 dum. I actually just had an
Elden
idea
Ring.
for a joke. Might be too soon, so I'm not gonna do it.
Oh no, nothing political.
Yeah,
Everything
it's
looks
political.
normal. Everything looks normal. There's some smoke way off in the distance, but it's too far to really be of much concern.
I can't get a hold of Chase.
No shit. Mm-hmm. The signal in the area is erratic. We couldn't get a call out to 911.
Is that why Gila Gunslinger over there by the window?
I sneer. Yes, he insisted on us being protected.
That's smart. I left my piece at home.
Oh God, not you too. Oh no. Jin is slowly becoming the salamander. Oh
Oh no. I
no,
think she is just a victim.
she's going to be a Native American British person. Let's just make some dinner instead. We're we're not going to talk about what just happened. I'm sorry, right now I just want to eat. There's a lot here to unpack, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't be, but we can do better than what happened to. But we can do better than what happened earlier. I find myself actually surprised. I never would have figured I'd hear those words from Jenna, especially with TJ around.
You know, I'd kill for some carne asada right now, yeah?
Hopefully, not literally. Flynn's already got that planned.
Yeah, I heard.
He gives me a bit of a cold look. What the hell is his problem? I'm the goddamn victim here.
He wants to be a wolf kebab.
Not that I'd ever put it like that. I haven't exactly grocery shopped to host a party of. Dexton stops. Dexton stops, starting to count all of us. 6. The salamander opens the fridge, staring into it as if looking into a particularly deep canyon. We've got we've got leftover salad, some fruit, cream cheese.
There's frozen bass.
I glance I glance over, and a few of them grimace. Of course. We've got a blender. Could make some smoothies with their kefir, with the kefir, yogurt, milk, and fruit.
No,
Mm,
if you're into bodybuilding, Carl's, you could always just throw in some peanut butter and whatever the hell else you want. That'll get you nice and bulky, won't it, Leo?
But then again, if we do peanut butter, All we'll hear in here with all these damn canines and mammals around us for the next,
Perhaps,
like, 10 hours.
perhaps what we should do is some fish and peanut butter sandwiches. That sounds disgusting.
We could do fish sticks. That way, we'd be eating like the one person who was parodied by South Park, who really liked fish sticks.
I think there's an Estrada episode where someone morphs into a new form and dips fish sticks into some strange paste and really likes it. I think applesauce.
Applesauce. And just imagine Flynn just sitting here having this entire dialogue with himself as everybody else is just standing there looking at him expectantly.
Like, why is he staring at us with that gun in his hands?
Why is he having all these strange facial expressions for no apparent reason and seeming to muse to himself?
I think he's imagining us all with holes in our heads.
Oh no, Leo, you gave him a bad idea. You gave him the idea of carne asada. Now he's gonna get the carne from us.
You're all carnage to me. It's all Leo's idea. Now, who's the cheesiest one here? They'll be the queso.
maybe, maybe with a side salad with it? I mean, I'm assuming you'll have been just quaffing down the local diner junk all week, so it might be nice. Carl, TJ, and Jenna exchange looks with each other. Leo, meanwhile, looks to be tapping on his phone occasionally, looking out the window. That'll work. Thank you, Daxton, and apologies for all of this.
I didn't say it was fine. Some of that, some of that's my shit.
Daxton gives me a dull look. Without further word, he takes out the big bowl of leftover salad and sets it on the counter, along with the grocery bag of fruit. I feel my teeth start to grit, so I shift my focus outside again. Still no signs of life beyond the usual distant spots of light, each coming and going down the highway around the canyon. The smoke I noticed earlier is rising up near the res. Looks like it's billowed higher, though. Despite everything, it's actually sort of nice out. The temperature's okay, with some light cloud cover that only partially veils the purple-orange hues of the dusky night. It's the sort of night I'd usually like to spend outside on the porch, drinking tea and whittling on some balsa.
Maybe shooting rats.
Yeah,
Oh
rats taste like chicken.
yeah.
Or is it that chickens taste like rats?
Guess they didn't figure that part out in the Matrix and shot it first.
Daxton's usually quiet, cooped up in his room with his fantasy shit. I don't know how I feel about the music he usually has playing, but it's not bad. I think to think 30 miles away, Peyton's bustling with 100,000 people all enjoying their Saturday night. Hell, back in the day, it used to be the tiny racing ranch community that serviced Echo, kept everyone fed and such. 30 miles in the other direction, you've got the res. Population keeps dwindling from that place, too, no matter how much money the feds give 'em to live there. All the young folk just pack up and get out while they can. The rest generally don't do too hot. Finally, 65 miles to the east, you got the Jericho Proving Grounds. I remember back when I was a tweeny little jarhead, fussing to my uncle to take me there. They only did tours twice a year, and there's a huge wait list. I had expected there to be a giant hole in the ground, the size of Echo Canyon, but there was pretty much nothing. Dust and sediment have filled it all over the span of 75 years. Dry gas, dry gas,
Dry
dry
gas.
grass,
Dry
dry
gas.
gas.
Like you'd
Ugh.
never find in Jupiter. Because
Oh,
it's
I
actual,
know.
there's actual wet gas and gassy
Yes.
gas,
And solid gas when you go deep enough.
but it's still not dry.
That's right. Flynn is once again looking out the window, just nodding to himself.
Yeah.
Jen is like, is he? Jen is just like, is he okay?
I'm not really sure, but I'm kind of terrified to go over and ask. I'm not going over there. He's got a gun, and I don't have mine. I think we
Oh
should all
no.
just pick through this.
Oh, come on, Leo. You're the only one who could get the gun from him.
Look, here's what we do. I punch him, and everyone else grabs the gun. Because right now I'm scared.
I heard that.
Now,
It's good to know that Leo is scared of me. Just
heroes.
like, just like how the gases on Jupiter tend to separate into their own layers. Um,
We have to.
Leo is staying away from me. What the fuck am I talking about Jupiter? This is more of Daxton's bullshit. Metal Gear. Dry grass and shrubs had even sprouted on top. All that was left all that was left was just torn up hunk of a 3-ton cylinder that burned so hot the metal liquefied liquid snake. The metal liquefied and pooled beneath it. You could walk through the site and have no idea there was a fucking A-bomb. That's where the fucking A-bomb was dropped. Well, if it weren't for the big black obelisk they erected up top, which now is just another spot for visitors to take photos of themselves. Man mustn't forget the past, for the past will not forget man, it reads. What a bunch of bullshit. It reminds me of the whole push from the county to make the mine some fucking tourist spot. Just a slap, just to slap a plaque up there, with a little light bulb about all the death and shit. It'll make for a great selfie spot. People could even go into it and find this big chamber where this bear likes to hang out. Then they can stick their heads in this little place and, well, traffic is traffic, right? Hell, call it haunted, and you'll even get more weirdos coming out here to exploit it. Like Chase. I hear the background noise of muffled conversation, and Daxton trying to figure out how my blender works. The present sinks in. Dots. I wonder if he's gonna figure his way out before I can get to him. Uh, I look over, and Daxton is putting a whole fucking apple into the blender.
Some bitch. What are you doing?
Daxton looks up, struggling to keep the lid on as the apple smacks hard against the sides of the plastic container.
Cut the fucking thing up first. It's not gonna take a whole apple.
The salamander still looks a bit dazed. I guess he's still reeling from his dreams, or whatever. Um, uh,
Just don't just me. Do it, you fucking slippery bitch, before you break my shit. This thing isn't a slap job.
Flynn? Jenna's glaring at me from the living room.
It's my shit. It's my house.
Jesus, man, I'm stopping. He pulls out the lacerated apple, setting it on a paper towel while grumbling. Gosh damn Asperger's and French fries, I swear. I clench my rifle here harder, hearing the A word again. Turning, I make my way down the hall.
There's a window in the bedroom. I'll watch there. Just try not to break my shit.
No one else says anything, at least while I'm still in earshot. I kick aside my hamper and pull open the curtains to peer outside. Leo standing there again, sniffing at my window. The view's not as good here, but I don't think I could stand being there too much longer. I tense, feeling the brush of fur on my arm. Carl's standing next to me, some freeze-dried ice cream in his grasp. Jesus, when did he get so quiet? He doesn't say anything, which puts me in the awkward position of being the first one to speak. So I put my arm around his neck and oh.
He falls over like it's some kind of Resident Evil game from the early 1990s. That ass.
I mumble. Carl holds up the ice cream, which has a weird wafer-like consistency.
I bite it. It might have a weird consistency, but it still tastes great.
Oh, that tastes great.
I told Daxon I'd give him a bunch of Hens cartons I got back at my house. Folks won't mind. They won't notice. I could just say I ate it myself. Yeah, they wouldn't doubt that.
You know, on one hand, we're just like, yeah, this is Solid Snake, but on the other hand, somebody could take this as the postal guy, as the dude.
You know, they do sound very similar, though.
They do.
And now I'm just gonna go nuts on Clint and his friends over at Tetanus Alley, because they've always fucked with me.
Oh, this can't be good for me, but I feel great.
Surprise. Like, I bet you didn't think you were going to die today. Surprise.
There's a light smile on his muzzle now.
Right.
I
Right?
blink.
You're gay? Not really. All this stuff got my mind off the interview, though. Just kinda want to go home and play video games without getting shot.
There's a silent pause.
Chase. What he said wasn't true. Oh, I know.
I let out a sharp exhale, closing my eyes for a second. I let the tip of my repeater rest against the floor.
Thank you. For what? Sending me back at the office.
The ram shakes his head dismissively.
I don't think you'll see most of them besides Leo again after tomorrow, though. Like you said, none of this matters. Truth does. I guess your spring break hookup with Chase isn't going to be a long term thing then, huh? Right? Uh,
I wasn't really expecting that to be brought up. Who told him? Or was it that fucking obvious? He pulls out his phone, seeming to check to see whether my Wi-Fi is working yet. I grunt, clearing my throat.
I just want to know what happened. Dude, if I was Chase, I'd just get in my car and drive back to Pueblo at this point. I don't think he's going to do that. Why? He locked his ass in the reading.
Carl's eyes widen. The ram much
Reaching.
quieter, reacting much quicker than normal without his usual pot haze.
So that's why you went there. So that's where you went. I think that's a crime, man. So is murder. Dude, just Chase you're talking. Yeah, one with the personality of a rock.
I look upward, peering at the sorry state of my room. Peering at the sorry state my room is in. My room is at the moment. I usually keep shit tidy, but now there's dirty laundry all over the place. Everything kind of smells musky. Nowhere near as bad as Carl's, but still.
I'm just gonna talk to him. No torture or anything, right? Fucking hell, Carl. Do you really think I'd do that? I'm not Leo. I was joking.
He rolls his shoulders.
It kind of feels like when we were kids again. With all this stuff. Yeah, just.
I trail off, like my mouth is refusing to speak the words in my head. He sets his not icy ice cream down on my nightstand, and I resist the urge to yell at him about the crumbs. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, Daxton starts up the blender again in the other room.
Man,
I think I hear Carl sigh.
do you want, like, a hug or something?
I look down at him, raising an eyebrow.
You?
He shrugs, seeming a mixture of numb and trepidatious.
I just don't want you to leave, dude. Not like everyone else.
It takes me a moment to register the shift in conversation. After everything that's happened, that's what's bothering him most. The fact that I said I might leave town.
Talked about this shit early. I know. No, dude.
Carl rubs at his jaw and face with the base of his paws, racing upon racing upon the pacing upon the carpeted floor.
I just. It suck ass, that's all. Not in a good way, either.
I fidget with my rifle, acting like I'm doing something with it, while I think of what to say.
Be alright. I don't know. You seem to be friendlying up with Jack. He even plays video games. Does all that other nerd shit that you like that I don't. You play games sometimes? Yeah, only because you do. I guess that's the point, isn't it?
He scratches at his beanie, a sort of a bit of his head fur peeking out from the horn holes. I say nothing, just watching him go back and forth. I wish he wasn't so nervous. I wish he'd just say it.
He's cool. And you're not nervous around. I still kinda am. Just pop the question.
Hey, Daxton, do you want a blowjob? Oh my god, do I
Jackson,
ever?
Jackson, I'm pregnant, and you're the father.
Oh my god, how is this even possible? Is this some Omegaverse bullshit?
You were talking about porn and shit with him within an hour of your first proper conversation. That's how you can tell you've made a good friend.
I put on a smirk.
If that were the case, you'd be the most popular guy in the county. Oh, fuck off, Bleater. Oh, fuck off.
I smirk, regardless. With a shift of my hips, I nudge him with my tail.
Stop your trudging. Wearing out my carpet. Eh,
He stops, looking down at his hooves for a moment, then back up to me.
if I stayed put, I'd probably start sticking to it.
It's like when somebody has a pillow, and then that pillow could just stand up right on its own, freestanding.
Ew. Fuck. I don't know if that all registered. Fuck you. I
Sorta
think I
did.
got it. Huh?
I smile, though I try to stifle it. I always thought us lizard folk were fucking creepy when we smile. We don't really have the same cutesy appeal like most furry fuckers. Like Carl.
This is gonna sound really gay, but promise you won't leave, dude.
Carl. You realize that we're both gay, right?
I
The
don't think he
seriousness.
does.
Oh no.
Although we've done it plenty of times, it should be obvious.
Yes. That's right, Flynn too. It's very
Yeah.
obvious.
Oh, yeah.
Other internal monologue, Flynn. It's entirely obvious to Carl that we should be fucking all the
Absolutely.
time. Then, in Carl's head, is he going to, like, leave? Is he gonna get weirded out?
Am I really doing this? I'm gonna drive him away.
Why did the writers give me an internal monologue too? Now I have character and I'm freaked out.
Oh, I need some pot.
Shit, should I offer to just blow him? The seriousness of the request makes me pause. I look into his eyes, and I get lost in them, and I feel like a selfish asshole, because they're just so dreamy. Carl's not fucking ready for this world. He's just gonna rot here. But I never really felt right filling this whole big brother role again after what happened. Carl shifts his weight from hoof to hoof, noting my lack of response.
I know I'm like a total burden, but not a fucking burden. Huh? You keep me from losing my shit. Keep me from losing my mind. Shithole. For that, you're
He
the
does keep
reason.
him from losing his shit in this mind hole. That is entirely true.
Is that what I said?
No, you're good.
I'm gonna say it again. You me from losing ass, but fuck.
Translated into Flynn speak. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. Keep me from losing my mind. Shithole. You're the reason I haven't left already.
Carl stops shifting, seeming to be trying to wrap his head around that admission. Then he opens his muzzle to speak, but I cut him off.
By kissing him. Nom 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 nom.
The scene turns into an erotica scene, just like what Carl was probably thinking about. Oh
Oh
man,
yeah.
I wish he kisses me and this turns into an erotica scene.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh, don't go fucking off again about how you're almost 21 and you should be better on. Turning into an adult doesn't magically fix all the shit that fucked you up as a kid. Dude, you're not.
He thins his lips, the ram looking rather awkward.
Stay. For now. For real? That's what I just fucking said. Absolute dumbass.
The next thing I know, Carl's fist is against my soft spot. I flinch back, irking instinctively, but there's no pain, only that same usual tingling feeling. He's not punching me, he's poking me. The corner of Carl's lips curl upward in a sort of half smile. He nudges me again, this time in the shoulder. I raise an inquisitive brow, thumping him back. He steps forward, wrapping his arms around my torso. I'm left standing, a little baffled at what just happened, with Carl's thick arms around my midsection. His fur is coarse. Not quite to the point that is pricking me, but it has its weight to it. I look down at the top of his beanie and at his beanied noggin, and it really is just like when he was a kid again. A real damn milksop. There's no back pats with the hug. He lingers. I open my mouth to say something stupid, but I just bite my tongue. I don't draw back either. Closing my eyes, I empty my mind and just stop thinking for a moment. I lean forward, resting my chin between his horns. I get this weird sort of trusty feeling in my chest. Carl shifts again, as if trying to look up, and of course, the edge of his hoof steps right on one of my toes. I suppress a grimace just as the ram lifts his head up enough to meet me eye to eye.
Sorry, I stepped on your toe. Noticed. It's fine. I'm tough. I am solid. Flynn, after all.
Hey, what's I'll be back. Jin's voice startles both of us. We pull apart. I pivot on heel and see the fox staring at us with a look I can't quite place. Surprised, bemused, even a bit wry. Food's ready. Though it kind of looks like you both are getting ready to give each other a smoothie anyway.
Are you interested in joining in?
Fuck no, Flynn. She looks at both of us. Carl acts like he is checking his phone. High school me would be squeezing right now. Would be squeeing right now. I swear, there's something in the tap water. I open my mouth to protest, then just let a quiet ew.
Ew.
I have to wheel my tail to not curl in on itself. Then again, I'm pretty sure you don't drink plain water.
No, I drink lake
She's
water.
Lake water's the best.
Lake
It has
water.
all those
Yes.
contaminants and extra nutrition, including all the amoebas.
Oh yeah, he does. Those are the best.
she seems to she seems to she seems to looking up at Carl. I can practically see
Carl.
Carl's blush through the fur on his cheeks. Flynn, when you've got a minute,
Ugh.
I clear my throat, putting on a more neutral expression.
What do you want?
I need to talk to you.
We're talking
Not about.
now.
Yes, but not about this. Her eyes flick back and forth between us. She's drinking in the side like Carl Down's energy drinks. Carl's gonna have a heart attack. He's
Yeah, for
probably
real.
drinks like 4 of the damn things a day or 5 of the damn things a day. He's like, dude, I get this tingly feeling all over my body.
Dude,
I don't
my
know
heart is beating
why.
so fast. Oh, it's amazing. I bet I could game for hours.
Last time I went to the doctor, I drank like 5 energy drinks right before, and and when he put the pulse oximeter on my finger, and like after he put the pulse oximeter on there, he just sort of he was staring at it for a moment, and then his eyes went really wide, and he just ran out of the room screaming. I don't know why. I feel fine.
Then the other person came and listened to my heart and said it sounded like speed metal.
I've never seen a doctor's eyebrows rise that fast. Rise that high. It's that fast.
It almost looked like Rayman with the eyebrows lifted completely off the head.
What the hell does she want to talk about with me alone now? What the hell does she want to talk to me alone about? I glanced in at Carl, then back.
Yeah, I'm still gonna keep watch after.
Is that what you're doing? She turns, departing as soon as she finishes speaking, not letting me get a word out. Fucking typical. I rub my hand over my face.
It was just a hug.
Carl's voice is quiet, but still rings defensive.
Too. Um, I'm glad you're staying though.
I grunt, reaching over and squeezing the pudge of the ram's side. He grins instinctively, trying to push my hand away. I give his pectoral one last pinch before giving him a nudge at the door of my room. I guess I'm supposed to feel embarrassed right now, but I don't really. I'm just glad to have this loser around. Daxton will be good for Carl if I do go, but I don't want him to think about that right now. Dots. Don't dots me.
Yeah, don't dots me.
As I turn to leave, I look at the bed. I look at my bed, and I can't help but see him laying there. That vacant look on his eyes. My cum still splattered on his neck. Fucker was playing me the whole time. And for what? To get off? That's all it was. It's spring break, and he, for some reason, watching us scaly porn to want me. Consequence free, right? The sound of clinking silverware in the kitchen pulls me back into the present. I straighten out my pants, waiting for my cock to fully retreat before heading back into the kitchen with my rifle. This is my gun, and this is my rifle.
This is for Clint. This is for fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. There they all are. Carl's already poking around inside a salad bowl on the counter, glancing up at me briefly. Daxton's the only one sitting, staring at the water in his glass. I sling my rifle over my shoulder. I grab one of the salamander's cups from the cupboard and get myself what looks like an apple banana smoothie. The cup itself is labeled for some sort of convention, though the exact name of it has been worn away from so many washings. As I move to the salad, Carl nudges me.
Solid salad.
It's a solid salad.
It's got salad fingers.
Mm-hmm. At first, I think he's just being playful, but then I follow his eyes. Leo is pacing back and forth by the window, muttering something about Clint. He keeps checking his phone, the wolf pretty evidently restless as hell. DJ's looking at him too, his expression difficult to place. He's never been exactly hard to read when he's upset like this. His nervous tick, oh, his nervous tick always gives it away. Yes, I can't tell what he looks more of, concerned or guilty. I'm usually good at reading folks, so this is kind of pissing me off. I take a seat next to Daxton. I'm a bit out of the loop here. His big blue eyes shift from person to person.
Might be best if you're off again for a bit.
Seriously, can you just explain something for once instead of being like a weird cryptic shithead? I can see the lines form along Daxton's smooth forehead as he furrows his brow. His skin so tightly stretched across his body, it makes even his slightest change of face readily visible. I don't have a clue how the furry tits get my kind of confused with this. As I grunt and mutter for him to eat my shit, I can't help but wonder if I should bring him up to speed or not. I guess part of me wants as many people as possible to know what happened. I mean, fuck. That's what I've always wanted, right? These fuckers finally acting like something happened, and that our little group wasn't just the old Leo, Chase, TJ, Jenna, Carl, and I. Eventually, everybody sits to eat. There's not enough room in the at the kitchen island for everybody, so TJ and Jenna sit on the counter by the fridge. TJ's not saying much. Alright, I still can't access the Wi Fi or make calls. Daxton, is it? Yep. Were we not taking shelter from Clint? We wouldn't mean to impose upon you like this. So, my apologies. It's alright. He pokes at a clump of almond shavings in his salad. I just want to know what's going on. She looks at TJ. Then, after a quiet, affirming nod from the lynx, she responds to the salamander. When we were younger, one of neighbors, our friend, drowned in Lake Emma. She pauses. Actually, they died in a hospital later on, but the point is that we were all there for it. It was a rather traumatizing experience, even for the older members of our sort of friend group at the time. She speaks in such a plain, even tone. She might as well be reading the directions off the back of a TV with dinner. Excluding everyone, including Daxton, looks incredibly uncomfortable. The salamander just nods in faux understanding. Oh. He digs into his salad with such focus. It's like he's trying to read the book in there. So let's just jump right into it. She takes a big drink from her smoothie, leaving us in anticipation. I groan quietly. Flynn,
Fucking what?
do you believe that Chase killed Sydney? What? Daxton looks up, letting out a little wisp of laughter, assuming we're joking. As he sees he is the only one laughing, he starts to look visibly tense. I didn't I didn't fucking expect her to just straight up and ask me this either.
Well, way I see it, either Chase is lying, TJ is. Or, fuck it, maybe they both are, and are covering for each other's asses. But Chase in there was spouting bullshit like but Chase in there was spouting bullshit like a steer's ass. I'm gonna go with ass,
I,
not beer.
I point to TJ, who quickly looks away.
Threw me under the bus the moment he started squealing. Chase wouldn't lie to me about something big like that, like this, yeah? But neither would you, Tish. I just...
The wolf rubs his paw through the fur of his face. TJ shifts, looking like he's about to start crying again. I'm not lying.
Still word versus word with two. And Chase fucked off when TJ told us what happened from his point of view. Which took you long enough, by the way.
I hard eye the lynx, but his own eyes are cast so far away from me, he might as well be in the back of its head. TJ? Jenna rubs her paws on a napkin, winging it some before speaking again. Tell us about the monster you saw.
Oh, come on.
Jenna ignores me, as usual, but at least she's not fucking dressing me down again. Give us as many details as you can, and take as much time as you need. TJ clutches the bowl of salad in his lap with both paws. It looks like he hasn't had a bite. His eyes take on that more reflective quality they always do when the are starting to well. It's unnerving in a sort of primal level to see TJ tearing up like this. He's an adult, a grown-ass man, looking just like he did when he was a kid. Reminds me of how little any of us have truly grown up. Um, like I said before, tall, with burnt skin. Reddish, I guess. How tall? Like, almost 7 feet? Jenna frowns. How did it move? Really fast, or not at all? It was like, it was, I, it was like pictures, you know? A slideshow that was being fast forwarded. Carl finally looks up from his hooves, Ram appearing increasingly nervous. When it walked through the water didn't move like a lake, move like a wake. It just splashed out with each step. Tell me more about the face again, please. Okay. TJ's having such a hard time getting the words out, but Jenna doesn't stop. She looks rapt. 3 holes. Two for the eyes, one for the mouth. They weren't like bloody or anything, just empty, dark. Everyone's silent for a moment. Then, next to me, Daxton raises up to his feet. The salamander walks around to where TJ's sitting, then points to something behind it. Like this? He's pointing at the electrical socket. TJ turns and looks at it. Then he twitches as if startled. He quickly wipes his eyes and nods. Daxton stares, slack-jawed. Leo takes a loud slurp from his smoothie. There's a dribble of pink liquid stuck in his fur around the edges of his jowls.
Guys, am I missing something here? I saw it. Saw what, Carl? That thing.
Carl gestures towards the electrical outlet. I give him an incredulous look as we meet each other's glance for a second.
Yeah, I saw a pretty nifty light switch back when I was 13. Kinda turned me on.
It even had a dimmer. I looked at TJ.
It didn't make me hide the truth about my friend's murder for about a decade. Shut up, dude.
I blink at Carl. He stands up, still staring at the socket.
When I crashed my car that night, you remember?
I do. Carl didn't want to talk about it for months after it happened. I only found out about the truth then. It was after he dropped out of college. Apparently, it was way fucking past twilight, and he was drugged out of his mind. That scabies-ridden fat-ass Jeremy gave him acid and his trailer, and he had a bad trip. Carl described some cartoon he put on, a tiger and a bird, with some tiger baking the bird alive. It sounded like a Russian cartoon. He mentioned how vivid he mentioned how vivid everything was, and how the fucking Jeremy wouldn't stop laughing. He busted out of there and drove off all hightail like. While making his way down Route 65, he swerved and hit a pole. The impact would have killed him if he wasn't so thick-skulled. And of course, he told his dear old parents about it, and they took the blame for everything. They didn't want him to be tested when the cops showed. It wasn't until a couple of months ago that he told me, in his drug-addled mind, he thought he had driven to Pueblo and picked up Chase. Carl claimed he was talking to him the whole ride back, telling him how college life was going and shit, stroking his horns, mentioning how he missed him and wanted to be back as his roommate. You know, all the shit Chase never actually said after all. Said after Carl dropped out. The fucker barely even responded to his messages. He could have sworn when he swerved off the road and struck the pole, he killed Chase, crushed somehow in the impact. He wouldn't stop shaking. I made a joke that I would have helped him bury the body. Dots. I threw up later, thinking about it.
Yeah.
The Ram is looking at me now with those really big, sad eyes. I never see him like this, sober, and fully fucking aware of how, really, and fully fucking aware of really bad shit. Usually the moment shit starts getting remotely bad, he tokes till his mind melts the horrors away, as he calls them. There's none of that shit here, that's for certain. I never liked how it makes me feel, and Daxton too nerdy to know any pot dealers.
This is going to sound really nuts, but that thing TJ is describing with the electrical socket face, it was chasing me that night, man. I saw it. Exactly how TJ described. That's how it moved. I thought I had outran it. But then it was in the car with me, where I thought Chase was. I hit the fucking pole, man. Where was Chase? Where Chase was?
Leo looks at Carl with raised eyebrows. I let out a puff of exasperated air.
You were tripping balls on acid.
I looked to the rest of the group.
That's why he thought he was with Chase.
Leo's expression furrows.
You've done acid, Carl? Yeah, I know how it sounds. I thought it seemed familiar earlier when TJ was describing it at City Hall. That face. It was just like an outlet.
Daxton's nodding along with everything Carl's saying. Flynn, I was literally just telling you about all this shit. I saw it in my dream, in the water. It's the second time I've seen it in 2 days. In 2 days. I recognize it too. It's not in a dream or because of the drugs, though. She looks over at TJ, who appears even more frightened with the confessions of those around him. When I was younger, well, much younger, I sometimes saw it during times when I was really angry or sad. It's the closest thing I've ever had to what my grandfather described as a spiritual experience. When when I told her about it, she told me it sounded a lot like a Wendigo.
What?
Legs crossed, his arms firmly over his chest.
Legs.
Leo crosses his arms firmly over his chest, the wolf having been the last one who was still actually eating dinner.
Guys, I understand the stress of all this, yeah? But seriously, this is too much. Jenna, you're pragmatic and all that. And to see you're going off like this has me awfully concerned. This isn't one of our old VHS horror movie nights.
He looks to me now, his voice stern and steady.
Sydney is not some zombie thing rising from the lake to get revenge on us. Spring breakers. He was just a kid, and he died. And we need to move on. Forgive. Forget. Forgive. Give a damn, really.
He brings his heavy paw up to his face, rubbing out the space between his eyes, as a piece of paper slides under the door. I pick it up. It says, I know what you did 1 decade ago. I know what you did last decade. His nose is starting to bleed, probably cracking from the dehumidified air. From how dehumidified I keep it in here. I want to believe what he's saying. I'm ready to call all these fuckers out on their bullshit. But at the same time, the coincidence of all this is just too much. TJ's tough to read now, but I don't doubt the sincerity of Carl, Jenna, or even Daxton, and that they believe what they're saying.
Just want the truth. That's all I want.
And nothing but the truth. But you can't handle the truth.
I was just gonna say someone slides in to see like some completely no, it's Sydney's dad just slides in the screen. You can't handle the truth. He slides back out. He's got military fatigues on or camo.
Mm-hmm. I sigh.
I think we should talk to my aunt.
Why your aunt?
She's good with this sort of shit.
I pause.
Well, I don't know what this is that's happening. Fuck. I don't know what to do. She's the boss after.
Leo just frowns at me.
I'm guessing you're wanting to go now, no? Go home if you want. I know it's tempting now. Chase isn't here for you to stop. I just you're right partially. I really I'm really wanting to talk to Chase alone about all this. The lying and stuff.
He shrugs.
Who knows? Maybe he's seen the Wendigo too. You have a spare gun I could borrow? Sorry. Do you have a spare gun I could borrow?
Jesus, is this what it's really come to? I look at Leo for a long moment. He's been sort of a gun nut as of late, which is real strange, noting how against them he was in high school.
Licensed. Keep open carry. Or keep open carry. I know what I'm doing.
That's not saying much, noting our state has the most lax weapon licensing standards in the nation.
Ooh, we can use that to figure out where they are.
Is this?
Maybe they're Lord of Wolf.
I think they're supposed to be in like Utah or something like that.
I know, but really
It could be
no.
Florida Wolf. You're right.
Florida Wolf.
It's confirmed now. Leo's gonna break into a diner and like do a bunch of nonsensical crap. And when the police show up, he'll just fist fight all of them
No,
and somehow
actually,
win.
what's going to happen is he's going to commit a crime, and he's going to put on a construction like yellow vest, and then
Uh-huh.
try to escape on a skateboard.
Yeah, yeah. And it'll be windy, so he'll just like pull a sail out of nowhere and somehow be out speeding the cop cars as they're coming up behind him. He's sailing away from them. Then, when he gets to the swamps, the cops will have to get out on foot, and Florida Wolf will just somehow find a feral alligator and grab it and hold it up as a big snapping weapon against the police.
and then they're finding their own snapping alligators, and they have like a big snapping alligator sword fight with the tails.
And then Florida Wolf will somehow win by closing the distance and biting one of the officers. He'll turn that officer. He'll become a fledgling Florida Wolf. Start growing red fur.
The wolf ago.
Yeah. That's typical for Jenna. That's typical Jenna for you. Going to Florida, breaking out and committing crimes, getting alligators. But anyway, that's typical Jenna for you. Reality is going out the window, but she'll still be there, thrusting some socio-political bullet point in the middle of it.
Shit's licensed for me and me alone.
Leo clicks his tongue against the roof of his mouth.
This isn't the time for your Bible book stuff. I'm grabbing one of your flashlights. Be in the van.
He grabs one of my flashlights, thinking it's a flashlight. Then, 5 minutes later, comes back and is like, "Do you have one that emits light?"
It's a black light. It emits black.
It's like my soul.
Don't point at yourself. Oh, feels a skeleton. Just the way I like it. life draining light.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
It's a flashlight. It's a flash life.
Oh! He opens the front door and leaves.
I guess we're going.
Seems so. Carl and Daxton look at each other, their eyes dreamy as they stare into each other's depths.
And I hear
They
a
make
song.
out.
I like pina colada. Getting lost in the rain. Leo, turn off the
TJ.
goddamn fan.
TJ must have heard the song, and he sort of figured out what's going on between Daxton and Carl. And then he said, "I'm not feeling very good."
If you're gonna puke, do it on Dak's side of the sink.
The salamander, who is already looking unnerved, somehow manages to frown even more. Jenna strokes the lynx's arm, muttering something that I can't quite catch. For a split second, a glimmer of a sad smile appears on his face. It diminishes quickly, but I guess I'm glad TJ's not completely broken. The group begins to head out, leaving their plates and cups on the counter. I linger a bit, catching Jenna as she's wiping her paws off on the dish towel.
Hey,
Yeah?
you want to tell me something?
She gives me a look, like she doesn't know what I am talking about. Hmm? She pauses, then nods as if remembering something. "I'm happy for you and Carl." Her tone is idle, her mind seemingly focused elsewhere. If he's going to explore his sexuality, it's good that it's with someone he knows and trusts, who's, you know, experienced.
Dots. What?
I cross my arms tightly over my chest, squinting down at her. How the fuck would she know I'm experienced?
Ain't a thing.
Yes, you weren't ever much of having things in general. She looks out the window. Her expression looked kind of like a mix of distant and troubled. Everyone's filling into the van except Daxton, who's holding up his phone to the sky, trying to get service, I guess. As I open my mouth to rebut, she holds up her paw. "It's not what I wanted to talk to you about, and I suppose current matters are..." She sighs. More pressing than would be appropriate to delay for this conversation. Her demeanor seems to shift. Her posture not as full of that holier-than-thou air that she usually seems hell-bent on putting on. I can see Leo behind the wheel now, surely getting angsty.
Yeah, Leo looks like he's about to pop a hemorrhoid.
I just want you to know, I understand your concerns more clearly. I grunt.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, hopefully my aunt can help me understand.
I thumb back towards the electrical socket. Jenna looks at it, purses her lips, and scowls. I can't tell if she's just frowning at herself at this point. When all logic's gone out the fucking window, her shtick as being the rational mind here is clearly at challenge. With a small nod, she turns, heading out with the rest. I sigh, pulling back the lever on my repeater and watching the clip extend outwards. I remembered to load it after all. Here's hoping I don't need it. I push it back in and head outside.
So, big question is, you want to keep going? Or is this a good place to pause?
Well, it is getting late. As you can see, the sun is going down.
Yes,
We should
going
probably
down.
save here,
We
because
should
it's a new
probably say
part.
it's a
Indeed.
brand new day. After
And you're gonna die.
all, it's a brand new day. The sun is high. All the birds are singing that you're gonna die.
Alright, everyone. It does look like that is where we're going to call it for tonight. So
I
we'll
think
catch you all later.
we'll catch you all later. And I think I already know what this episode's going to be called.